Within 10 years we want to have the industrial leadership in the world for producing batteries, storing electricity, which we are producing during the day, but we can store that then in batteries when we need it, when we use it. And that's a huge project. And I'm very, very happy that the Commission is coming forward with this part of legislation, which can make Europe stronger in the global economy. There's an end of using these raw materials, so we have to recycle the batteries, and there is a step-by-step narrowing and make it more tough to recycle most of the raw materials of batteries, but that's good too, because now we can buy, at the moment we can buy, for example in China, our batteries, but if we can recycle them in Europe, we can reuse the raw materials. We are famous in Europe by producing cars. In all countries we are producing our own brands. That's a huge industry, it's a huge sector. If we can achieve with this regulation that we produce our own batteries for the future, for our own produced cars, that means more jobs in the car industry. We keep them, of course, and we can create jobs in the battery industry, and we are less dependent of other countries in the world. That's good for our economy, that's good for our jobs, that's good for everything, it's good for Europe. And by combining all the knowledge, like with Airbus, we did it in the past, it's really a success story. I hope that this battery regulation will be a success story too. We have a special project for innovation on batteries, we call it IPSAI. Europe is going to invest in coming years 100 billion euro, and if you then calculate that will attract private investments, that will go up to 500 billion euros at the end, and that's a huge investment for a complete new industry. We are talking about 4 million jobs in Europe. 4 million jobs. How can member states then say we are not interested in batteries? So I want to make them enthusiastic. I want to make a wake-up call and say, well, all the 26 member states should join this innovative project for batteries.
Only a strong and well-functioning EU market for batteries, waste batteries, and secondary materials will make possible to meet these ambitious goals. The proposal is a prototype for a new way of regulating products on a life cycle basis and using the internal market regulatory framework to promote sustainability and achieve the European Green Deal objectives.
Es una nueva y buena oportunidad de regular un sector tan fundamental como el de las baterías que tenemos en el mercado interior bajo los criterios que se vienen trabajando en la propia propuesta de la Comisión, ¿no? Y en consonancia con los tres objetivos que presenta la Comisión, la de promover una economía circular, reducir los impactos ambientales y sobre todo también reforzar el funcionamiento del mercado interior al garantizar unas condiciones de competencia equitativas.
We know from past legislation on recycling and waste, these kinds of topics, that the implementation really varies very heavily between the member states. So a harmonized framework for batteries will be a real cornerstone and a real turning point for the industry in Europe that we want to support with this proposal.